30,000 years ago, wolves were not cute. Wolves were a nightly warning. If you heard them beyond the firelight, it meant teeth, speed, and a pack that could chase you until your lungs quit. You were small, tired, and made of meat. And yet, out of all the animals humans ever met, wolves became our closest companions. Here's the twist. Nobody planned dogs. No tribe held a meeting and said, "Let's invent a fluffy friend that plays fetch." Dogs happened by accident, almost like an accident made of fire, leftovers, and evolution. Picture an Ice Age camp. No walls, no locks, no streetlights. Just a few people, a fire, and the dark. Life was brutal and simple. Hunt or starve. Stay warm or die. Get injured, and you're done. Zoom out. Predators everywhere. And just beyond the edge of your fire, where your eyes stop working, something watches wolves. Not as pets, not as friends, as shadows waiting for weakness. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Humans are messy eaters. Even when food is scarce, humans waste bones, fat skin, scraps, half-eaten pieces. A human camp isn't just heat. It's a moving buffet. So wolves did what smart predators do. They adapted. At first, wolves approached cautiously. But a camp is dangerous. Get too close, and you get speared. Get too bold, and you die. Domestication didn't start with friendship. It started with risk management. Some wolves realized they could trade danger for leftovers. Now imagine a wolf population living near humans. Not every wolf is the same. The aggressive ones charge in, they get killed. The terrified ones stay far away. They get nothing. The curious, less fearful ones creep closer. They eat. They live. That's not a cute story. That's selection pressure. The campfire became a filter, not filtering strength, filtering personality. Over generations, wolves that could tolerate humans survived better than wolves that couldn't. Humans weren't domesticating wolves yet. The environment was. Once evolution starts rewarding calmness, bodies often follow. A small change in temperament can trigger bigger changes down the line. Less aggression, less stress, different hormones, different development. So those camp-following wolves likely began changing physically. Softer faces, smaller jaws, different coats, ears that didn't look as weaponized. Sounds like fantasy. Good. Now here's the proof that makes it real. In the late 1950s, a scientist in Siberia tried something terrifyingly simple. He took foxes and bred only the tamest ones each generation. No tricks, no training, no teaching them to be cute. Just one rule. Pick the least aggressive. Repeat. Within decades, those foxes began acting like dogs, tail wagging, seeking attention, licking hands. Then the wild part happened. Their bodies changed too. Floppy ears, shorter snouts, patchy fur, curled tails. When you select for calmness long enough, dog-like traits appear almost automatically. Domestication isn't just training. It's biology rewriting the animal. Now ask the obvious question, why didn't humans just wipe wolves out? Because the calmer wolves had a use. Wolves hear better than humans. Wolves smell better than humans. Wolves detect danger before you do. A wolf near camp is an early warning radar. Bear nearby? Wolves react first. Strangers approaching? Wolves react first. Prey in the distance? Wolves track it better than you can? Wolves benefited too. Predictable food. Fewer dangerous hunts. Better survival in harsh winters. Once both sides gained survival advantages, the relationship accelerated. Not love, not magic, mutual benefit. Over thousands of years, this likely happened in many places. Not one single camp. Wherever humans traveled, they carried food, smells, smoke, and scraps. Wherever wolves followed that trail, the same filter repeated. Calm stays close, aggressive gets killed, terrified goes hungry. Slowly, wolf becomes proto-dog. And then humans finally noticed, this one doesn't run, this one doesn't bite, this one stays. That's when tolerance turns into care. Here's where it stops being only practical. Dogs don't just tolerate humans. They connect to humans. They look into our eyes. They seek attention. They read our moods. That bonding is not random. Over time, humans fed and protected the animals that felt safe and social. So dogs evolved to fit human psychology. The dog didn't just join your camp. It joined your brain. But domestication has a price. Dogs lost much of what made wolves wild. And later, when humans bred dogs for looks, many breeds paid with health. So yes, dogs gained safety, but they also gained weakness. Still, the wolf never fully disappeared. Watch a dog circle before sleeping. Listen to the howl. See the sudden freeze when a sound hits the ears? That's ancient code running under modern fur. There's one detail that turns this from science into something heavier. Archaeologists found a grave from roughly 14,000 years ago where humans were buried with a dog. The dog had survived a serious illness long enough that it likely required human care. In that world, food is life, time is life, energy is life. And yet humans spent those resources to keep a sick dog alive. That isn't tool. That's attachment. So what did ancient humans do to create dogs? They didn't do one big thing. They created a system without realizing it. Fire made camps safer. Scraps made camps attractive. Spears punished aggression. Tolerance rewarded calmness. Evolution did the rest. No master plan. Just survival choices, stacking for thousands of years. And now your dog falls asleep near you, not knowing its species began as a shadow outside the firelight. But you do. If you want part 2, comment wolf. I'll cover the biggest debate. Did dogs come from one domestication event, or many?